Here I am faced with $30,000 in the US just to feel okay.
Yeah.
And that's more than half my annual salary.
Hello, friends. You know me, I'm Grisel from Dental Tourism Los Algodones, and today we are with a very special girl, and she's very beautiful, and we want to share her experience and how the dental treatment went through. I want to thank you so much. Her name is Shannon. Shannon, I want to thank you so much for your trust, and please tell us, what was that you were looking for? What was your issue that you had before that you committed to do your dental treatment with us?
Sure. So in a nutshell, I had aesthetically fine teeth forever. And then all of a sudden things started to deteriorate very quickly. My wisdom teeth erupted and started compacting all my other teeth. Old fillings started falling out when I would eat things like popcorn. And then I knocked a front tooth out, had to get a crown. Then the other front tooth needed a root canal, needed a crown. And no one could ever quite get my smile right. So the aesthetics started to go in the front, and then the health started to go in the back in my molars. And I just didn't tell anyone. I'm so young. I thought that I could hide it really well. And then it started to hurt.
Yeah.
Really, really bad. It started to hurt consistently every 4 to 6 weeks.
Wow.
And I think I messaged you at 1 a.m.
I think so.
I messaged you at 1 a.m, sobbing on my couch, the day after I had gone to the dentist in the States and said, please, like, what can I do with my insurance to help feel some relief? And no, this is after doing that last year and the year before every year going and saying, what can I do for relief? Not even aesthetics.
Just to relieve the pain.
And the dentist, he was wonderful, but he presented the quote to me and it was 10 pages long, 30 visits. I don't have 30 days that I can take off work or the money to afford this 10-page quote.
And it was just not the aesthetic part. It was just what you wanted. What you needed at that point, right?
It was just to stop feeling pain. And at the end of it, even with his quote, I would still be missing 2 teeth, very visible in the front. And that shook my confidence a little. And so I started Googling, like, what can I do? And Los Algodones popped up. So then I started searching, what do I do there? And in forum after forum, Facebook page after Facebook page, comment sections, your name kept popping up. So I messaged you before I even started reaching out to other dental offices here. I messaged you and you made the process so easy. The trust came, I feel like, immediately because I heard I didn't find you first. I found other people say, find her.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
And since then, I've had no fear. That message I sent you, I was so afraid at that point because here I am faced with $30,000 in the US just to feel okay.
Yeah.
And that's more than half my annual salary. So it felt really unattainable and scary in the US, but as soon as I learned more information about here and heard more stories of patients that you've helped and patients that Vivantes helped, it was easy. When can I get there?
That's good. Well, thank you for sharing that. I know she was showing me some pictures when she was a kid and then when she was younger and then when she stopped smiling at the camera. And I seen her right now coming out of the chair and she's like Big
I feel like
smile.
I need to learn how to smile again, how to show it.
You do, but you are very young and you are very pretty. So I'm happy that you made that decision. And I also wanted to know, or I want people to know how easy, well, you told us already how easy it was to the process. How do you choose Vivant over other clinics? Dr. Marco, how do you felt with Dr. Marco and the team, the Vivant team? How do you felt, if you felt comfortable? Also, how do you felt in Los Algodones generally? Some people think it's very unsafe, and I want them to hear from you that you're coming from overseas. You're coming from California, right?
Yeah, so admittedly, I did grow up in San Diego, and while I look very white, I do have family that lives in Mexico and Guatemala, and we cross pretty frequently.
Okay.
So I've always felt safe across the border.
Okay.
And I've always felt more at home.
Okay.
The people are always so much more accommodating. They want you to feel comfortable. If someone notices that you don't feel comfortable, it's what can I do to help you without any gain for themselves. And you hear the stories of people hawking sunglasses, bracelets, whatever at you, and they're just trying to make a buck. You know, that's their job. But
It's
then
their job.
But then you also look around, you look lost, someone walks you to where you need to go.
Yes.
And arriving at Vivant, I think I was scared because I hadn't done much research on it myself. I was putting all of my faith in you.
Thank you.
But from the moment I walked in, it felt like a family. You know, you feel it. They're all joking together, but then they also are all serious when the time comes to the work. Exactly.
Yes.
I learned everybody's names right away. They learned mine. It's always, are you comfortable? What can we get you? What do you need? And then even in the waiting room, you talk to other patients and you form an instant camaraderie, understanding what they've gone through because you've gone through something similar to get to this point. There's a kind of desperation that unites us on this side and a sort of empathy on the other side of, we see these stories all the time. We understand what it takes to get here, and we're going to do everything we can so that we never have to see you again.
Yeah. That's one of the things that doctor says, and it's not in a bad, on the bad side. It's on a good side, that meaning that he's gonna do things right and by the book, so that you won't have to come back for the same thing over and over again. Okay.
Right. I mean, he's gonna see me. He's gonna get my Christmas card.
Thank you. And also, you say you are very familiar with San Diego and the border, it's Tijuana. There's also dentists in Tijuana.
Yeah.
What made you choose Los Algodones versus Tijuana? Is it like something that you were like, I'm gonna go to Los Algodones, or is it, what made you take that decision?
Well, so your teeth are very personal, and I feel like for me especially, my problems were in the back of my teeth. I could hide it. No one knew what I was going through. No one knew. I was hiding it really well. But years ago, I got a tooth pulled. And then we went on vacation later that year to Puerto Peñasco, drove right past all the billboards on your way through Yuma about Los Algodones.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing the price because I had just had my tooth pulled.
Okay.
And I remembered seeing a price for it and thinking, that is not what I paid.
Wow.
And it wasn't time yet for me to put a post in or do anything further than the letting it heal. But I remembered seeing it, going on the vacation, and it stuck with me. And then years later, when it came time, like, I need it done now.
Yeah.
I need it done now. I, again, was hiding it and remembered that sign, remembered the reputation that Los Algodones has as Molar City.
Yeah.
And thought to myself, okay, let's try there. My family has a dentist in Tijuana that they love and they trust, but I didn't necessarily want to share with my family what I was going through.
Okay.
There's a lot of shame. It's a lot of, well, why didn't you take care of your teeth? Or
Judgment.
yeah, why didn't you brush them? I think my family just didn't know what I had gone through to get to that point.
Okay.
But I just remember, and then once learning how easy and seamless the process was, they said, you know what, we understand. And actually, I traveled here with one of my aunts.
Yeah, I
keep
met
me
your
company.
aunt. She's sweet. She's a very sweet woman. Thank you.
She's at the casino. She's good for now.
She's waiting for you right now.
Yeah.
Okay, well, and I appreciate you, the trust. That's what I want, people to know, that Los Algodones, it's something that, an option that they have that's going to be good quality, good doctors, good clinics, good people, and also you can't go wrong with coming into Los Algodones. Of course, it's overwhelming because there's over 300, 400 clinics, but that's where I come from. I can help you. I work with just the best clinics, like Dr. Marco. He is the specialist for veneers, crowns, and full mouth restorations. Also, Dr. Natalia, it's his wife, and she does all surgeries like implants, all-on-4, and all that. I actually got my veneers done with him as well, and I love them.
I realize you have veneers.
Yes,
they're so natural.
Yeah, I know. I didn't get them too white, but I also would like to know if you recommend, first of all, if you're in love with your smile, if I don't know, something that you can share with everyone that tells them that coming here is something that maybe I come across with. I do Facebook a lot, and a lot of answering people that's searching just like you. And I feel like a lot of people, it's very scared because of the quality. First, they think about Mexico being low quality. Also, I don't know, the safety of the area. I can tell them a million times, no, it's this, and that, because I live here and I live it by the day. But I like to know someone that, like you, I want them to know from you that if that's something that they should look at and take in consideration to come into Los Algodones and stop suffering. Suffering, because it's outrageous, the cost in the U.S.
Yeah, I think that growing up so close to the border, I'm very familiar with the two cultures. And it is different. It's different, and it's different in ways of, I think that the fears that people have is that in the US, we have things like the FDA overseeing drugs. Well, in Mexico, it's different. You see all the pharmacies around. How are they selling the same drugs at a lower price? Well, in the US, the FDA isn't allowing the production of those drugs after the only one company. They get the money. They're the only ones that can produce it. You come here, and once that formula is public, anyone can produce it. And that's how those drugs become cheaper. That's how there's pharmacies everywhere. And think about that. That's the same way with dental work. But the schooling is the same that the dentists have to go through. The education is the same.
Technology.
The information is the same. There's so much information out there, especially nowadays with the internet. You think they don't know what they're doing? Like, they can Google it.
And how about the technology? Do you found it same as back home, or?
The technology was interesting to me because they did a 3D scan of my mouth, which my dentist back home probably would have charged me $1,500 for.
Okay.
They did a 3D scan of my mouth while I was sitting there. But not just the technology, but the practice is different. Back home, I would have needed I got 5 root canals done my first day.
Okay.
Best root canals ever.
Here, right? Yeah, I know.
I know that sounds interesting to say, but when you think about it, it's going in there and scooping out the poison. And once that happened, I felt so much better. But instead of having to get referred out and go find someone else, the whole team came here. They came here with sterilized gear, opened it right there in front of me, performed the root canals, and that was that. It's different than okay, Shannon, go find an endodontist. Is that endodontist in your network? Are you going to be able to get the time off work to go to your endodontist to get your 5 root canals? They're only going to do 1 at a time, so that's 5 times you have to go. How are you going to get there? How are you doing that? Like, where are you getting the money to pay for this? Because your insurance isn't covering all 5. So
it's putting more stress over stress over stress.
Exactly,
right?
and then it becomes easier to avoid, and then you avoid that root canal. Okay, next year you need it extracted.
Yeah.
So in a way, having everyone come to you, perform the work where you are, it's more reassuring because you know that the specialists are coming straight to you and they're doing the same things that would have needed to be done over many appointments with equipment that is familiar to me. I recognized all the equipment that they've had from dentist visits back home. One piece of equipment though that I loved, the 3D scanner.
Oh yeah.
It sings a little song as it goes through your mouth.
It relaxes you while they're scanning.
It's so whimsical. I feel like in the US they would add beep, 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 you know, like
something like
it's so scary.
Yeah, I know. Well, and I know you were here for a certain type of work, which is your molar. It was the function, and you ended up. I was here when the doctor was doing the evaluation and giving her the estimate. And then I gave her the estimate, and it was actually less than what I quoted you. And
So
back,
it was about half of what you quoted me.
yeah.
And I had taken out a personal loan through my credit union for a bit more than what you had quoted me to cover travel expenses, which the only travel expense I needed to cover was my airline ticket. Once I got here, my Airbnb was covered, my dental was covered, my transportation to the dentist office was covered. And so I took the loan out knowing that, okay,
Just in case.
What Grisel told me was to get healthy, which was my main goal. I just wanted to be healthy. I had been avoiding chewing. There's so many foods that I was avoiding. I was avoiding going out with friends because how am I supposed to explain to them that I
How am I gonna eat it?
one sec while I take a bite, Grisel, and then stuff the food to my one good tooth and then chew, you know, so I wasn't going to restaurants or out with friends at all. But I lost my train of thought. I'm like thinking about that. I never have to do that again.
No, now you're gonna be able to enjoy all those,
Enjoy all
moments
those
with
things,
your
yeah.
friends, your family, and not hiding.
The cost. The estimate that you had given me was about double of what I ended up being quoted once I sat in the chair.
Yeah.
And of course, he looks at the tooth that the U.S. doctor or dentist said needs to be extracted, and it's very visible. It would have been right in the front. And he goes, "We can save that. We can save that."
I was there, and they saved it, and that's why the price dropped down a lot because of the implant. You didn't need the implant, and also we worked out a discount there for you. And when I presented the estimate, she's like, what if I get all cosmetic in the front? And I'm like, yeah, we can do that. And I added the estimate. She said, yeah, we gave her a discount for, for all the work that she was getting done. And because I told you when we were messaging, I think I told you, we can do work down a discount. I talked to the doctor and the doctor said yes. So I promise it, and we did it. Okay,
delivered.
Yeah. And so here she is with all her teeth,
24.
all 24 teeth. She didn't need an extraction, which was gonna be a little bit more traumatic, and she would need it to come back in 6 months because she was gonna get an implant. So everything went smoothly with your case. I mean, it's not every case, but I'm really glad you're very, very young that you didn't have to go through all those, procedures.
Well, and I was thinking about it, 4 days of discomfort for my life back. I have another opportunity to take care of these.
Take care of them. Yeah. They're very expensive. Yeah.
Very expensive. Once I step back in the US, they quadruple in price.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, in value. So, and you have the top of the line materials. I think that he did zirconium or Emax.
I don't remember, but they feel fantastic. My front 2 teeth were crowns. coming in, and they didn't
feel like that.
They did not feel like this.
Yeah, now you're gonna be smiling a lot. Well, I'm very happy for you, Shannon, and I thank you for your trust again. And now you're part of our family. You can't get away from us. Even though you're not gonna be coming for the same things, you still need to come because of the lifetime warranty that the doctor gives. She needs to come once a year at least to do a cleaning and check that everything's good, and then one day
I'll
go
pick
home.
you up on my way. We'll go to Puerto Peñasco.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a plan. It's only 3 hours away from here, so, and I love it. So thank you again, and thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you, Dr. Marcos. He wasn't here because he is very exhausted, but we have a gift for Shannon.
Ooh. With my name.
With her name on it. This is from Dr. Marco, Vivant, all the whole team, and we thank you so much again for being our
Like
patient,
you said, the family.
for being part of our family.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
With the Vivant on the back, rep it when I get home.
You gotta represent your teeth. I think it has your name on the front.
does,
yeah. So now you have a coffee mug, and you can drink coffee. They won't stain. Okay. You can be free.
Fantastic.
All right. So thank you so much again, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Bye.
So smile.